Here are the week's best stories, and a look forward. 1. Fatal out-of-control fires keep on raging crosswise over California. No less than 35 individuals have kicked the bucket in the quick-moving infernos, and more than 5,700 structures have been annihilated. Here are the stories of a portion of the casualties, incorporating a couple in their 70s who crouched in a swimming pool to get away. One made it, the other did not. Prior and then afterward photographs demonstrate the effect on California's wine nation. Cannabis ranches have been assaulted too. 2. Puerto Rico is additionally battling. 3 weeks after Hurricane Maria, many are so urgent for drinking water that there have been reports of individuals endeavoring to draw from wells on Superfund destinations. Conveyance trucks at stores have incited charges. President Trump endeavored to console Puerto Ricans that government help would not be pulled back, subsequent to sowing apprehension and disarray by proposing the island was some way or another to fault for its dilemma and that crisis specialists wouldn't remain there until the end of time. This Saturday, the 5 living previous presidents will go to a show profiting tropical storm help through their new joint-raising support exertion, the One America appeal. 3. President Trump, baffled by the authoritative slows down on his plan, utilized his official energy to convey a 1-2 punch to the Affordable Care Act. This is what we think about Mr. Trump's choices to permit the offer of less expensive arrangements with less advantages and to scrap a few sponsorships, and how they place Congress in an extreme spot. We tallied a sum of 12 ways he is downsizing Obamacare, yet you can in any case agree to accept scope for 2018. Another of Mr. Trump's requests, the third cycle of his travel boycott, is relied upon to go live on Wednesday, viably blocking go for most residents from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, Chad, North Korea, and Venezuela. 4. President Trump likewise denied another of President Barack Obama's mark accomplishments, the Iran Atomic Accord, and undermined to haul out altogether if Congress neglected to address his worries, similar to Iran's ballistic rocket dispatches. Above, admirers leaving a supplication service in Tehran. Furthermore, NAFTA crept nearer to end, after the organization undermined withdrawal and a rough fourth round of transactions. Its crumple could influence assembling, horticulture and vitality, and chance cementing political resistance among cultivate state Republicans. Then, Mr. Trump kept up his feedback of the news media. Dignitary Bouquet, our official editorial manager, had an open exchange of the difficulties of covering the organization with Peter Baker and Maggie Haberman, 2 White House journalists, and our media feature writer, Jim Rutenberg. 5. Harvey Weinstein's stunningly fast ruin. The police in New York and London are investigating claims of rape, his previous organization is in mayhem and the allegations of sexual wrongdoing continue coming in. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences renounced his participation, an uncommon reprimand that established his change from one of history's greatest Oscar players into a lobby of notoriety untouchable. Furthermore, swells from the case are spreading. Twitter guaranteed new guidelines against sexual trolling and detest discourse after a related, day-long #women boycott Twitter challenge. Also, Amazon suspended a best official, Roy Price, after he was blamed for making undesirable lewd gestures. 6. Our South Asia Authority boss talked with many Rohingya displaced people who got away from Myanmar into Bangladesh, and who depicted a military battle of unfathomably fierce viciousness, outlying executions, decapitations, posse assault. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. They tossed my child into a fire, they just flung him, said a young lady, her family's sole survivor. Satellite pictures demonstrate many Rohingya towns have consumed since late August. 7. Pressures with North Korea have not facilitated. American B-1 aircraft flew over South Korea, and the North re-established its danger to dispatch ballistic rockets close Guam if the United States and South Korea start 10 days of joint maritime activities on Monday, which it considers practice for an attack. Above, North Korean warriors walked toward a South Korean fighter at the outskirts straddling town of Panmunjom. The distress didn't appear to upset speculators in Japan. The fundamental stock file rose to its largest amount in just about 21 years. What's more, in China, in front of the Communist Party Congress starting on Wednesday, President Xi Jinping has been fixing his grasp on the components of energy, including the military. 8. Back in the United States, the NFL keeps on being tangled in a political briar fix over President Trump's feedback of players stooping dissents. Trump voters are currently substantially more prone to state they see the NFL adversely. Official Roger Goodell moved in an opposite direction from his position that the players had the privilege to express their conclusions, however lawful researchers say indicating solidarity is a lawful right. For the individuals who favor that the game not turn into a, might we say, political football, here are our Week 6 picks and an intelligent adding machine that gives you a chance to investigate each group's way to the NFL playoffs, which its producers say covers every one of the 383 sextillion diverse ways the season could end. 9. Many individuals are beginning to turn inattentive, and fatigued, eye on Silicon Valley after a string of upsetting disclosures, like Russia utilizing Facebook and Twitter to meddle in the 2016 U.S. presidential race. Stressed states, some of whose voting frameworks still keep running on Windows 2000 or XP, are hoping to redesign in front of 2020. In any case, the worries are considerably more extensive. The advancements we were most amped up for a long time prior are currently embroiled in pretty much every fiasco of the day, composes our long-lasting innovation editorialist, Farhad Manjoo, who's started a progression of sections about a gathering he calls the Frightful Five: Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, and Alphabet, Google's parent organization. 10. Saturday Night Live, which was scrutinized for not specifying the charges against Harvey Weinstein when they initially developed, tended to them this end of the week with shifting degrees of solace and viability. On End of the Week update, the co-grapple just, above, debated Mr. Weinstein should register with a restoration program. The specific office that Mr. Weinstein needs, Mr. Jost stated, would have metal bars and no ladies, a jail. 11. At last, for a lighter minute, investigate the surprising turns that develop on our formula site, Knit Cooking. Lightning pole formulas, particularly those that try different things with territorial, ethnic or customary foods, can incite furious responses. Beans and Texas stew. Sugar and cornbread? Peas and guacamole. Indeed, even Jeb Bush and Barack Obama have said something. Your weekend briefing is distributed Sundays at 6 a.m. Eastern. Also, don't miss your morning briefing, weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern, and your evening briefing, weeknights at 6 p.m. Eastern. Need to think back? You can peruse past morning and evening briefings. In the event that photos show up out of request, please download the refreshed New York Times application from iTunes or Google Play.